Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is G, and I'm funkin' hungry. In this video, we're going to try Cadbury Dairy Milk Velvet. So 40% more cocoa and 25% more milk. This one is the salted caramel, smooth and velvety milk chocolate with crunchy salted caramel pieces. Yummy. But I'll leave the nutritional information on screen for you if you're interested in taking a look. Also, I'll leave the ingredients on screen if you want to pause and go through that. But like always, we'll go through the basic ingredients. So this product contains milk chocolate, 92%, salted caramel pieces, 8%, contains milk, soy, may contain wheat, gluten, peanuts, tree nuts. Those damn squirrels in the factory again throwing around the tree nuts. They're back. Here we go. Let's bust this open and have a look. I'll give this one a bit of a funkin' hungry sniff after I show you what it's like. Now this is a little less in grams than your normal Cadbury. You can kind of see it's a little bit skinny. Anyway, you know, they're trying to make up for it with the more cocoa, more milk, more whatever, more grandma's secret recipe. This is what it looks like. You can see the bits of caramel in there. Give it a bit of a funkin' hungry sniff. Oh, I really love the smell of this dairy milk. It's got a lovely milky milk chocolate smell coming off this. Oh, damn, I needed that. But yeah, not getting at all, to be honest, the caramel. Anyway, bust the piece off. Really nice chocolate. If you do like a bit more of a velvety, more cocoa, more luscious sort of milk chocolate, I have reviewed the velvet and the velvet hazelnut before. Anyway, let's give this a try. This is the Cadbury Dairy Milk Velvet Salted Caramel. Cheers. As I was saying before I ate this, I really love the smell. I really love the taste of these velvet ones. There's like a lot more in-depth flavour going on in there. And yeah, it's tasty. Really, really bloody tasty. Now, does the salted caramel work? Because at first I'm like, this is kind of getting in the way. I like the velvet. I like the smooth nature of this chocolate. So having pieces in there, chunky pieces, I reckon if I was going to go caramel, I would have put like a caramello, like a caramel sauce or whatever in it. You know, like the luscious flowing caramel, not pieces. I reckon, in my opinion, that would actually work way better. But then after I did chew a while, some of the salted caramel did start coming through and the flavour really worked quite well together. You know, like I started getting a strong cocoa and milk sort of flavour from the Cadbury chocolate. And then I started to get a little bit of that saltiness. Try and find a piece that has a fair bit in there. Can't really tell, to be honest. Anyway, I put this away, save some for the neighbour's cat. Alright, so I have one more piece of this velvet range. This is the salted caramel. And yeah, I'll give it a rating. Cheers. Alright, that is funkin' delicious. I really like that. I like these velvet range, even though they're a little bit smaller, you know, a little bit smaller in grams. They're basically the same price as your other blocks of chocolate, a little less grams, but I really love that velvety, lovely, smooth, milky dairy milk chocolate that comes off this. And that time I did, even though I still feel like they should do a caramello version of this, with like the caramel sauce inside would be really nice, I think. But yeah, you can taste all like the dairy milk first. Then I started getting some of these shards, some of these sort of like chunky pieces of salted caramel. And the salt started going into the dairy milk and it gave it another bit of flavour. Just enough salt just to give it a bit of a kick. and then yeah, like that caramel flavour came through. So my rating for Cadbury Dairy Milk Velvet Salted Caramel, my mind is saying 8, so I'll give it an 8 out of 10. That is a really nice chocolate. Definitely would buy this one again. But let me know in the comments below if you've tried Cadbury Dairy Milk Velvet Salted Caramel. I'd love to hear if you agree or disagree with what I've said. This one, there wasn't much to go on. It was just really nice. Yeah, I probably would prefer the Dairy Milk Velvet. I probably would maybe just buy the Velvet by itself. But yeah, say if there was a couple of, say if there was on special and I wanted to stock up, I definitely would get the Velvet, the Salted Caramel, you know, get a couple of different flavours. It's really good to see that they're pushing the Velvet range. It'll be interesting to see what they do next. So we got the hazelnut, we got the original dairy milk version, and we got a salted caramel version. So I'm interested to see where they go next with this, because so far they're off to a pretty good start with these Velvet range. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could please like, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. This is G from Phunken Hungry, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers. Bye.